All right. Well, I'm going to go quickly through the next two stories. The first one is, have you heard about Tesla increasing the cost to use their superchargers?
Yeah, I don't even want to buy a Tesla anymore. It sounds like it's more expensive than gasoline, right?
Yeah, that's actually somebody went and crunched the numbers. So Tesla just a couple days ago announced 30% increase to the cost of using their
Dang.
superchargers. Now, I believe that many people who bought the original Teslas, the Model S and a few of the other ones have unlimited free charging. So this wouldn't apply to them. It's to people who go and use the chargers. But it increased from 23 cents per kilowatt hour to 31 cents per kilowatt hour. And somebody did the math and realized that that comes out to $36 to fully
Jeez.
charge your battery on one of these bigger packs.
That's how
So
much it costs to fill up a car.
yeah, so that's kind of the point. And now a lot of the customers were getting upset, and within hours of this announcement, Tesla says, "Well, we've been listening to our customer base," and they dropped it down from 31 cents per kilowatt hour to an average of 28 cents per kilowatt hour. So they did drop it from the 30% increase, but it's still a net increase of about 23%. So buying a Tesla, it's always been this luxury item.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still waiting on that affordable Model 3, but you're not joking. Like, everybody knows what they're getting into when they pay all this money for a Tesla. But at least you could say I'm saving money because I'm plugging into electricity. And Tesla, even on their website, say you're going to save $5,000 to $10,000 on gasoline just using electricity.
Not if you're paying $35 every time you fill it up.
Nope, not if you're. So, anyways, we'll wait and see how that goes.
Jeez Louise.
So the
But
yeah
you could always put solar panels on your house and then, power it that way.
yeah, a lot of people are doing that. I mean, Tesla has these really cool looking solar panel roof
Yeah.
shingles, and they look amazing. They're beautiful, just like just about everything that Tesla does, but they're not mass market available. There are people who are getting them installed on their homes, but I'm hearing astronomical numbers that people are paying to shingle their homes with this, like anywhere from $30,000 to $100,000 to put this on your roof. So how long do you have to drive a Tesla to save that kind of money, or at least save on your electricity bill? Here in Alberta, we've got some of the cheapest electricity that I've
Yeah.
heard of, but still, I couldn't even consider saving $30,000 unless I was looking at a 20-year time period, let alone $100,000.
Do you know how much per kilowatt hour you pay?
I'd have to look at my bill, but I'm not even gonna try to guess. But
When I was in
it's cheap.
Hawaii, it was 50 cents a kilowatt hour.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so every time I left the house, I would unplug everything. The TV,
Yeah.
the shaver, the
Oh, no.
toothbrush, everything was just unplugged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's all we're so close to all these breakthroughs for electricity. I mean, there's nuclear fission, not fusion, but
What?
fission. And we've been on the cusp of that for like 30 years now. Everybody's been talking about how this new technology that's going to suddenly make electricity practically free. So the whole idea of nuclear reactors originally, when you had fusion, where you're smashing things together and creating energy, um, everybody said this is going to be so cheap, it's going to be almost free. Well, we spend so much money safeguarding the radioactive byproduct of it that it really isn't that cheap. And so areas that are heavy into nuclear, I know in Canada, in Ontario, we're very heavy into nuclear, and down in the States, there's quite a bit. Europe is huge into nuclear. I believe Paris has a huge amount of nuclear, so does Germany, England, but it's so expensive because you got to safeguard that
Yeah.
byproduct, right? And so, but fission is the opposite of smashing things together. You're actually harnessing, it's the energy of the sun. It's basically the same thing that the sun does. But we haven't had the ability to properly do this. And for 30 years, we've been talking about it's so close. We're ready to do it. So I don't know, Dan. I
It'd
don't
be
know. What is,
cool. It'd be
yeah.
cool if you could, make gold out of it. Let's fuse
Yeah.
these together to make a gold atom.
A gold atom.
Alchemy at its finest.
Well, apparently nuclear fission, and I wasn't planning on talking about this, so my stats are probably terrible, but I believe it was the University of Utah back in the 90s claimed to have done it and then made it replicatable.
Mm.
And then it turned out that there were some flaws in the paper that and nobody was able to replicate it. So, anyways, until then, solar, wind, tidal, all of these renewable resources are things that we can use, and we'll see how that goes.
Cheaper than $35 every time you fill up your Tesla.
Yes.